Reaction to Elizabeth, Monica Meda, Lizzie McDonald, Howard Rosencrans. Howard, what did you think of what the governor said regarding the potential of whether a President Romney, should he become president, would bail out melting banks if that were ever to happen?
Well, I think he took exactly the right posture. On a one-off basis, you have to let them go. You have to have people pay for their mistakes in a capitalist system, whether it be it corporations or be it banks. So I'm fully in support of that. I don't know that that differs dramatically than what has transpired throughout history. At the time of the crisis, the government stepped in. I support the way the government stepped in. I thought Obama and Bush, Romney certainly doesn't want to credit Obama, but I thought the unified effort of both parties did do something right for that era in 08 and 09. I was in favor of the bailouts. I'll stand by that.
I know you were, and you remember being on the show at the time. I was not, even with President Bush. I thought it was a slippery slope and a bad precedent, and that we would use this money for other nefarious means. And Monica, that's what we did. But that's water under the proverbial very expensive bridge. I just don't think that we have gotten over this almost guarantee that if a Bank of America were really running up against the fan, that we wouldn't bail it out. I just think we would.
I think there's a perception that is very different than reality. We've taken a lot of steps since 2008 to ensure that what we saw back then doesn't happen again, and that was a systemic problem. That was not
It'll happen again. It'll happen again, don't you think?
Yeah, it'll happen again. And Monica made a great point at the break. She said, you know, they will happen again because they have bad assets, so they know that they can do it. Once you know you can do it, they'll do it.
This will plan of theirs, then that means someone has to buy those assets.
Yeah, but the thing is, where will those assets go? Those rotten airports with tumbleweeds and shopping malls that are sitting on bank balance sheets. Look, I mean, 5 of the banks have half of the banking assets in this country. Too big to fail, though, equals bigger government. It means lack of responsibility and letting you run amok with your balance sheet, and then you get to go with your tin cup to the U.S. government.
Well, see, that's my point, Howard. I think with the best of intentions, I think then the banks know that's in the back of their mind. Just like your kid will know that, you know, if everything is, you know, Dad's going to bail me out. I don't know why I said bail a child out. But anyway, that's what people think. And if the bank knows that push comes to shove, Uncle Sam's going to be there, it will continue doing this risky stuff.
I think to some degree the environment has changed. I really do. I think that the public sentiment, which is really what drove the decisions in 08 and 09 to precipitate the bailouts, I think that has really changed. I think people are much more of the mindset.
You agree?
If it's a one-off situation, let them go.
I absolutely agree. I think there's no appetite for the public. They're walking around with pitchforks along with the politicians saying,
we'll do it again.
We will. No, they won't. They won't support.
We'll do it again.
I don't know. I think we'll do it again. I don't think it didn't matter. They were running around with pitchforks back when this was launched.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people didn't like
pitchforks since the old Frankenstein movies. All right, guys, I want to thank you all very, very much. In the meantime, if you feel like you're taxed to death, well, cheer up. New numbers.